No, the evaluative opinion of which you speak is the final evaluation. This falls under DNA interpretation and not an evaluative opinion.
But you are choosing to hide under case review because your firm is not accredited to do this kind of work that you did.
No, not at all. I am evaluating this result as a third checker. I do not need to carry out the actual technical work. I fully understand how the technical work applies, and I am using my experience of interpreting DNA profiles in order to reach my opinion. It is not an evaluative opinion.
I'll prove to you that. Go to your page 13 of your report.
Yes.
Page 13 of your report.
Yes, the ladder. Do you want the ladder up? What?
Yes.
This ladder in my report was taken from the website of the company that produces the kit.
Okay. My understanding is that is your example of an acrylic ladder, isn't it?
Yes, that's the example. The company
Just
that
answer me yes, and it will be enough.
it is the sample provided by the manufacturer of the kits used in the Uganda Police Laboratory.
Okay. So an acrylic ladder.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I think we are at different places. I think what's on the screen here remains a negative control. I think what Malani Quinn is asking is that the witness goes to her report and projects page 13.
If Mr. Karuhanga can only pay attention, he will be following. An acrylic ladder has a known pattern that are used for comparison during analysis. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. It determines
That's
the size.
enough.
Yes, it's the size. That's what the ladder's used for.
Okay. That acrylic ladder runs separately from other samples. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Separately.
Yes, it's a separate entity.
If any sample came in contact with the acrylic ladder, one would see it in the same pattern as you indicate on figure 4 of your report.
Yes, that would be the
correct?
expectation, yes.
It would be in the same pattern as shown in figure 4 of our report. In fact, acrylic ladder contamination produces a distinctive and recognizable signature.
Yes.
As indicated in your figure 4,
Yes.
the peaks would appear virtually at every known allele position
Yes, that's the expectation.
across all peaks will appear at every known allele position.
Yes, as expected.
across all loci
Yes,
simultaneously
yes.
with uniform height peaks,
Not necessarily.
relatively uniform height peaks.
It depends how that sample entered.
Miss Hingley, relatively uniform peaks mimicking the ladder itself. Not so.
Scientifically, it depends how that ladder entered the sample.
But
So the expectation of how much you would see all depends on that. So I can't confirm it will be exactly the same as the ladder,
Miss
as
Hingley,
an example.
you gave us this example and you said that that is what it is supposed to be.
Yes, that if that is the
Are
ladder
you
sample.
changing your position now?
No, not at all. The ladder itself, run on the batch through the separation process, will mimic the figure that I have provided.
Just a minute.
Let me understand what the peaks would appear virtually at every node alien position
Yes.
across all nodes simultaneously with
So
With
the on a-
relatively uniform peaks mimicking the ladder itself. Not so.
there's different things going on here. The ladder itself, being run on the separation stage, will have the uniform classic peak heights.
Miss Hingley,
However-
you are the one who is mixing things here. My lord, she's not answering to what.
confused. Let us understand the issue of the peaks and what affects the appearance of the
So
peaks.
in the true ladder sample,
That's the ladder with no exhibit.
the ladder with no exhibit sample in, so the clear ladder sample, that will mirror what the manufacturer has said. The appearance, if there is ladder contamination, so ladder is mixed with a crime sample, the relative peak heights might not directly mirror the example because of the mechanism that it was transferred.
And that is where you are wrong.
No.
So the peaks would appear uniformly with the ladder.
The true ladder sample.
In which circumstances? Let us bring Mr. Kama.
So during the profiling process, the final stage where we separate out the individual fragments of DNA, within that is a ladder sample in order for all the pieces of DNA to be sized correctly. That sample will mirror the manufacturer example.
So let's look at all the circumstances of the laddering and how they are uniform, how they fluctuate, so that one can understand. So it will be uniform in depth
In the actual ladder sample
from the manufacturer.
from the manufacturer when it is processed through the separation phase. Whether that uniformity continues when a sample, a crime stain, is contaminated with a ladder is purely dependent on how that contamination happened.
But do you agree that the peak heights will mimic the ladder itself?
No.
Is that correct?
No. Not in a contamination event, no.
In a contamination event, the peak heights
May not mirror.
may not or will not.
may not. It all depends on the extent of the contamination.
Ms. Hingley. That,
If it's in a sample, it's very clear if it's ladder.
and therefore you can see it mimicking the actual ladder, right?
Mimicking, but not necessarily directly capturing all the information. It all depends on when the contamination occurred and how much of that ladder has entered the sample.
Relatedly, there is a genuine multi-contributor biological sample. For example, if DNA is handled or if an item
Shall I take the HDMI out?
you interpret it. Contributor biological DNA sample. Of several people in a household would also show multiple peaks at multiple loci, isn't it?
Yes, it would.
Only that the peak heights vary according to each person's contributing to the relative deposit. Is that true?
Yes.
The pattern you see there is different from the ladder contamination pattern, correct?
It's as you would expect.
In biological contributions.
Yes, you certainly wouldn't expect to see
The
the
same.
amount.
Okay.
Yes.
So we said the pattern seen there is different.
From that of the ladder contamination.
Yes.
I'm not sure because the pattern where
From the ladder contamination pattern.
is different from what?
The pattern seen where there are different heights, varying according to each person's contribution of the relative deposit.
In relation to what you have just told court, you make mention of Exhibit 7.
Yes.
That is sample S025, 23.
Yes, correct.
Sample S023.
Shall I bring it up?
That is the cartridge casing.
Would you like the EPG brought up?
No.
Okay.
This was one of the samples you identify or you allege had ladder contamination, not so?
Yes, it had clear contamination.
Okay. Are you aware that that exhibit was recovered from the master bedroom?
Yes, so I would expect a mixture.
Were you aware?
Yes, I was.
Yes. Are you also aware that the master bedroom where the cartridge casing was recovered was occupied by A1, the deceased, and there were other people in that home who had access to that room?
Yes.
By that, it means that a household environment can also give you multiple individual DNA, and it is expected. Not so?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Were you informed that cleaning had taken place in that room that led to the recovery of the cartridge casing?
Yes.
You were.
Yes.
Miss Hingley, since you did not go by the standard set by the lab, I put it to you that what you observed as varying heights is actually multi-contributor environmental DNA and not a relic ladder contamination.
I disagree.
If contamination had occurred, contamination is usually indiscriminate. Not so. It's always random, correct?
Not necessarily. If it's in the
Is
laboratory,
it random?
not necessarily, no.
Can it happen indiscriminately? Can contamination, does it happen randomly?
It depends how your system...
Just tell me yes or no, because random is random.
It depends on how the system is set up, as to whether it's not a case of it...
You know the system setup.
So to detect contamination, it depends on how the system is set up.
Yeah, it doesn't just happen randomly.
Okay.
Robots are involved.
Exactly.
So
what
it's the mechanism of the transfer, is whether it's a random occurrence or it's a fault of the robot. It's not a just random thing.
Missingly, and that is what I was communicating, that contamination is not random.
It's random to an extent, but not completely random. There are multiple events that need to happen for contamination, and how it's happened and where it's happened.
Do you also agree that contamination is not selective? It doesn't choose where to go. Contamination is contamination, right?
Yes, yes.
It doesn't choose where to go.
No, it will be the system that allows it.
Not selective. So if a contamination event happens, it would affect quite a number of samples, right?
Yes.
Since you say it's in the system.
Yes, if they process in batches, it affects the whole batch.
All right. Yes. Please do confirm that the batch that was run relating to the sample of the trigger and trigger house had many other samples.
Yes, it did.
Okay. It had in sample S001. That belonged to the deceased.
Yes.
And that is at page 1 of the EPG.
Do you want me to bring it up?
Bring it up.
It's saying it's on.
That's fine. We will.
Oh no, it's not on the screen. I don't know if something needs to happen. I've lost this as well. Yeah, the HDMI's in.
In that one, there is no contamination.
No, there's no contamination.
Okay. Go to sample 005. That is the sample for Patricia.
Yes, again, no contamination.
Sorry to interrupt. By contamination, are we talking about ladder contamination?
Yes.
Because when you say there's no contamination, we need to be clear.
What other contamination?
There's a lot of contamination.
Sample.
My Lord, I am referring. Let Mr. Kanhanga sit down.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting.
You disrupt.
No, my Lord, I just want to be clear. I'm asking about ladder contamination.
I'm the one asking.
You're not the one asking.
There is no contamination in the glucose swab forward.
Because
There
we
is
don't
much
talk
of
about
that.
ladder.
I'll take you to sample S005.
Yes.
That is the sample from Patricia.
Yes.
It also doesn't have any contamination.
I can confirm no ladder contamination.
Okay. Let's go to sample S017. It was also in the same batch,
It
right?
was. Yes, it was.
And then sample S017, this is a piece of magazine, was in the same sample. It was in the same batch, right?
Yes, it was.
Then sample S018 was also a swab from a live pistol ammunition. It was also in the same batch, correct?
So we're, sorry, sample 17?
Sample
17 first,
018
and then sample 18.
was also in the same
Yes,
batch.
they were in the same batch, yes.
Okay. So was the sample on the trigger and trigger house S019.
Yes.
And then also the sample S020 on the pistol barrel. All
Yes.
of these were in the same batch, correct?
Yes, yes, they were.
Samples, yes.
020. From your report, only sample S023 shows a relic ladder contamination. Is that correct?
Yes, in this batch, yes.
Only sample 023 in that whole batch showed a relic ladder contamination. Just a minute.
In samples 24-1, which was a walking stick,
All right.
and second one, 24-2.
Okay. I'll take you to also page 8 of your report. And I would like you to confirm that by looking at an electropherogram, you as an expert can be able to know if a profile is from a single source or if it has more than one contributor. Not so.
Yes.
And from the quantitative data, one can be able to determine whether I should proceed. I have sufficient DNA to proceed with the analysis or not. Is that correct?
Yes.
I also believe that you are guided by the DNA ratios between female and male contributions, right?
That can give some information, yes.
Okay. Do you also agree with me that even if one is a biological parent, they may share the DNA, but it is never the same? Is that correct?
The offspring of a parent will share
Yes, they may share.
at least 50%.
Yes, but the DNA is never the same.
Not
Do
exactly.
you agree?
The whole profile won't be, but they will share 50% at least.
So meaning that it is not the same. They simply share.
They share 50%, yes.
I'm waiting for the bell to end. Okay. To know the 50% that an offspring shares, you look at quantities, right?
No. We look at the actual reference DNA profiles.
But quantity is also one of the things you can look at to determine if this one is an offspring of so-and-so.
We review the profile in itself
Yes.
and just literally compare the numbers.
Okay.
And at every single area, there must be at least one piece in common.
At your page 17,
Yes.
you indicate that you were not provided information on whether the analyst instructed the software to compensate for contributions of close relatives.
Yes, I'm not sure the software can actually do that.
You said you did not have information.
Yes, but research has shown I'm not sure it can actually deal with it. None of them can at
So
present.
meaning that your conclusion did not have any basis, right?
No, it does. None of the software currently used can compensate for close relatives. And this is an early version of Euroformix.
Do you have any information that actually the analyst did not do so?
In what respect, sorry?
In instructing the software to compensate for information on related persons.
There was nothing in the
Do you
printouts.
have any evidence?
There was
that
no
they did not?
information in the printouts whatsoever. So again, I asked for the validation to demonstrate whether it could or not.
Going by your opinion, at the bare minimum, whether we use the word major or minor, at the bare minimum, you agree that A1 is a contributor of DNA to the sample of the trigger and trigger house, not so?
Yes, she could not be eliminated as a contributor, as might be expected.
Also, on the sample 17, you also agree that A1 cannot be eliminated as a contributor of DNA to the pistol magazine.
Yes, again, as might be expected, given the case circumstances.
Equally on the pistol barrel, mole cannot be eliminated as a DNA contributor.
Correct.
I'll refer you to page 20 of your report. Yes. And at page 20 of your report, you quote only 2 places. And your allegation is that the calculation was misleading?
Yes.
Okay. The reason why you said the calculation was misleading was because number 17
Yes.
was missing at D12 in the calculations.
Sorry, I believe that on page 20, we're dealing with sample 17,
Yes.
which was
That was sample 17, which was
that there's more contributors than have been allowed for.
yes.
So it's not that the 17 was missing, there's extra DNA present.
Okay. And you alleged
Missing.
yeah.
So only 2 places are quoted, because the miscalculation was misleading because number 17 had various contributions. Because number 17
She's please repeat.
So sample 17, I disagreed with the statistical analysis because the number of contributors to that result was incorrect.
And you said was incorrect because
There was clear evidence if it was assumed that Molly, Henry and Patricia were contributors, there's clear evidence of DNA from at least one further individual.
and you're saying that that one individual's calculation was not included in the statistical calculation, right?
No, what happens is...
No.
No, I'm sorry, this is a complex area.
No, I know what I am talking about.
The analyst must tell the software how many contributors have contributed to that
Did
sample.
you yourself indicate the 4th person in your report?
Yes, so there are at least 4, but the statistical software has been run as at least 3.
Okay.
So it's
we'll
not
go-
representative of that sample.
So we'll go to the statistical
the number of
calculations.
contributors was incorrect.
Yes.
The calculation was run on
3.
and yet they were 4.
There was clear evidence of 4.
Can we go to the statistical calculations?
They're on the DNA report, yes?
Witness is just echoing.
Just trying to find it. Well, there must be different page numbers. 13. That is... Just find the right... That's 14.
See,
17, yes, got it.
So please confirm that that Page 66. Just
On the electronic,
yes.
it's 111. My one doesn't have pagination.
My lord, this is prosecution exhibit 6, and I am at page 66.
Can we look at the first copy? Just
Maybe.
let's look at the copy.
We need to check my page. Court.
They didn't give us a page number.
No, remain with it there.
They put that page number.
My lord, I'm making reference to page 66.
Yes,
She has
this
been
is,
able to
it's up on the screen.
They didn't give us page numbers. They said numbered yours, but they didn't disclose to us page numbers.
That's okay. See, my changes are there. It shows malicious disclosure.
Please confirm that that is the sample, the mathematical calculation for sample S017.
Yes.
Okay. I invite you to go to now page 68. And to the location D12.
Yes.
You see the first is 15,
Yes.
second is 17,
Yes.
the other is 18.
Yes.
Do you see the number 99?
Yeah, that's the
Do you see the
confidence.
number 99?
That's the confidence limit
Just-
of the system.
Are you aware?
The confidence level of the statistic.
Are you aware that Europhonics allocates unknown contributors to number 99? Are you or you are not aware?
No,
You're not
but
aware.
the sample was run as
Just
three.
answer my question. Are
No.
you aware or you're not?
No.
Okay. My lord, are we together? I'll also take you to another one you alleged was missing. I'll take you to sample, this is FGN, is that what you, the position, the low side?
My lord, I think there's some confusion. I'm not saying the data was missing. I'm saying that the statistical software was run with the wrong
Miss-
number of contributors.
Miss Hingley, it was your evidence, even yesterday on court record, that the basis as to why you disagree with the findings is because of the calculations and
Yes.
the data that was input in the system.
Yes,
And
so
I am
in,
showing you that you did not review these documents,
no.
and you missed it. just on purpose?
No, I'm afraid that this sample, I disagree with the calculation because the number of contributors the system was told was incorrect. The data input is reflective, but the analyst must tell the system how many contributors, and that is wrong in this sample.
Have you seen that the system took care of all the 4 people you are referring to
No,
by that data?
no, because
Do
if
you
you...
see
What I
it?
have on record is that the number of contributors was incorrect.
Yes.
In respect of sample 17, the calculations were run on the basis of 3 contributors, and yet there were 4 contributors.
Correct.
That is what I have on record.
And that's reflective in the propositions here. HP, this is what the analyst has told the system. The analyst has said there are 3 contributors in both HP and HD. So whilst the data input is correct, the system is trying to calculate on the basis of 3 and is therefore wrong.
Do you agree that the 4th person was considered in this system?
No. And in fact, if we look here, the system failed on 7 occasions because it could not resolve a 3-person mixture. That should highlight to the analyst that it was wrong.
Ms. Singlin, one is that when you're doing your analysis,
Yes.
you have persons who are known, right?
Yes.
And then you have persons who are unknown.
Yes, but the total number of
And-
contributors
hold
needs
on,
to be considered.
Hold on. When you carry out your analysis,
Yes.
you will come up with propositions,
Yes.
some based on known and others based on unknown persons. Is that correct?
And that's
Is
the total.
that correct?
That
Do you see that
it's the hypothesis considered here. A number of contributors is 3, and the statistic
So
has
now-
been progressed of Molly, Patricia,
hold
and
on.
Just a moment, we have been led to number 99 on the result.
Yes.
And the witness stated that number 99 is the confidence level of the...
Actually, she doesn't know how the Euroformics operates, and she doesn't know that.
Just a moment. As you say, let's go process by process. She said that that is the confidence level of this person. Then you asked her whether she's aware that...
no.
In the use of even Euroformics.
I think there's been a misunderstanding, as my experience. The statistical software is not an analytical method within the technical team. I carried out statistical software right up to today. It's a very different discipline and it's reserved for court-going scientists. So I have done statistical software through to today.
So prosecution, where are we now? We are at the point of the 99
Is attributed
allocated
to
unknown
persons.
contributors.
Yes.
99 is a while ago. And my understanding is she has moved from 99 to the fact that the data is actually on.
My Lord, it is me who is handling the witness, and Mr. Kanhanga should hold his peace.
It was noted that the witness has stated that the number, she is not aware that Eurocomics allocates the number 99 to unknown contributors, but she has also said that 99 seems to be the largest.
Madam, the question is, have we recorded that the witness showed testified that the system failed 7 times?
Please,
We have not yet got there.
please also go to
Because my lord,
up there.
in all fairness, my lord, we got there.
But is that the question she
No,
asked?
my
Yes,
Lord.
my lord, the witness
Mr.
said.
Paraga,
That's why I was
the question
objecting.
she asked was about the 99.
Then she moved on, my lord. And my lord,
My
that
lord,
was the point
that
of my
is
objection.
what the witness talked about, but is not what I asked.
No, my lord, my learned friend told the witness, my lord, if I recall, my learned friend put to the witness that she has never said the software did not consider all the results. She said what she said is that the software was given a wrong 3-person mixture instead of 4. And that the software itself says that when it ran, according to that, it failed 7 times. My lord, in my humble opinion, that is crucial evidence that we simply cannot ignore. It was in response to the questions being asked.
No evidence is going to be ignored. Everything the witness has said is on record.
Yes, but my lord, what I'm objecting to is that when she said that, it was a direct response to a question.
But it's on record.
Much of that.
If that is what she said, it's on record.
Much of that.
So, by that, you will confirm that the calculations for number 17 were actually included, right?
All the pieces of information in that result were included.
Was it included in the calculations?
The system included all the data,
Okay.
but was
That's
considering that result in relation to 3 people, not 4.
But you have just said that they are four.
So the system included.
The system, all the data from that DNA result was included in the system. However,
For sample seven.
for sample 17, however, the system was told that that result was made up of a mixture of 3 individuals, and the calculation proceeded on that. And under those propositions, the system failed 7 times, which would indicate that the number of contributors was wrong.
Please go to page 17. Of prosecution exhibit.
Yes,
You also confirm that at that location,
Page what?
70.
DNA report.
at D3,
So page 70 is still sample 17. My lord, I'm sorry, we don't have page numbers, so page 17 is what?
Page 70.
Page 70 is what? We don't have page numbers on that report from our
The
side.
previous one, you looked at,
Yes.
what 2 pages after that?
Okay, much of
We
that.
went to 60, we looked at 68 as well. When 68 as well. When 68, now we are 70.
you look at, you start with
I'm sorry, is this the Euro4 mix again?
Yes.
Which sample now?
sample S019.
19, thank you.
That Euroformix is actually capable of compensating for DNA from related persons.
I have
Are
not
you
been.
aware or not?
I am not aware if this
Okay.
this specific
You are
version
not
was.
aware, and that is the answer.
I have asked the question but not been provided with an answer.
You will go to page 69.
Mr. Farham, please no clean. Please go back.
Much of that.
Is this
And that is
samples
sample
19?
19.
Yes.
Please go to where you referred to mixture contributions last time. There.
Yes.
C1
Yes.
is for Henry.
Yes.
C2 is for Molly,
Yes.
and C3 is
Patricia.
for Patricia.
Yes.
This is the sample of the trigger and trigger house.
Yes.
By looking at that sample in terms of percentages, you see that Henry's DNA contribution is approximately 38%, right?
Yes.
With an error of what?
You'll also see that
Is at what? Sorry.
approximately, or 38%.
Yes.
Where is that?
There you are. Even the blind comes.
That's how he has also chosen to see the 17 on the other one.
So what's
So, please, you will see also that C2, who is Molly,
Yes.
is at approximately 43%.
Correct.
And Patricia is at approximately 18%.
Correct.
Please confirm, based on that, Molly is the highest contributor of DNA on the trigger and trigger house.
She is, but not
Okay.
significant enough to call a major.
No. She is the highest contributor.
She is highest, but not significantly higher than Henry.
Okay. Hers is higher. It's higher than Henry's, right?
It's higher, but not significantly so.
Those are details. We'll come to details.
we're looking at? But there's a long number.
So please go to sample 17. It should be a page before.
Page.
17.
Yes.
Sample 17.
Yes.
That's page 66, my lord of prosecution exhibit 6. Please go down to where the contributions are. This is the sample of the magazine.
Yes.
C1 is for Henry.
Yes.
His contribution there is approximately 26%, right?
Correct. Correct.
C2 is Molly.
Correct.
Her contribution is approximately 67%, right?
Correct. Yes, it is.
And C3 is Patricia.
Yes.
Her contribution is approximately 6%.
Correct.
Without using any technical language,
Amahiro mpaka kuisanya kimu baitu babalenti
that the calculation was wrong. Did you do your own calculations
I didn't.
before you came up with your report?
The only road.
Did you or you did not?
It was not possible with the
Did
date.
you or you did not?
It was not possible with the
Just
date,
tell
the
me
format.
I did not. If you didn't, did you or you did not?
She has answered.
With the data provided, I could not do it,
She says that.
and the calculation is wrong because the contributors is wrong.
Just a moment, If she says that it was not possible for her to do it, that means she did.
Okay, my lord. Go to page 14 of your report. Yes. Please.
Let's do that. That's fine.
Is that the witness's report?
That is her report at page 14, my lord. Please confirm that because you did not have any information about cleaning of the bag, you cannot give any opinion on whether the bag was contaminated or not.
I cannot confirm it was, but the picture of an exhibit
No,
underneath an
Miss
exhibit
Hingley.
bag is incredibly
Miss
poor
Hingley,
laboratory
Miss
practice.
Hingley, you have gone again to
So no, I can't confirm.
She can't confirm if it was what?
I have no notes.
she cannot confirm if the bag was contaminated or not.
Or not.
You had, you made reference at page 4 of this quantitation, so meaning that you looked at the quantifications. And we have been going through it. I want us to,
She made reference on page 4 to quantification.
yes, she was given quantification, information on quantifications.
I'm sorry, can you, my page for quantification doesn't,
You make reference to DFS DNA 682-2023 EDS, the quantifications batch. You had
oh
it.
sorry, yes, I've got you with the references.
Okay.
Yes,
DNA 6 what?
682-2023.EDS. And you looked at the whole of it?
Yes.
In your review.
yes.
For a single source, male sample,
No, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
listen, be patient and listen.
Oh, sorry.
For a single male source sample, the wide target quantity should approximately equal the autosomal quantity. And this is because
No, let's not get the answer, my lord, because now we're getting evidence, my lord. Let us first accept that, and then we can go into that, because otherwise my learned friend is now the witness.
my lord, the expert can confirm whether what I have said is correct or not.
She's asking her to confirm the complete set.
Exactly.
If there's any area she needs clarification on or to break the question, she will ask.
It was-
Let the prosecution finish
Thank you, my lord.
and arrive at the conclusion.
Thank you, my lord. This is because male cell contributes both autosomal and Y chromosome in chromosome DNA in comparable amounts. Is that correct?
The Y total, that is specific for Y chromosome DNA, so it's specific for the male. The autosomal is total DNA for the entire sample.
Yes.
And whilst it's expected that the male will give both equal levels of X and Y,
Yes.
it's not uncommon to see double the amount of X to Y from a male.
We will come to that, but there will be incomparable amounts, right?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. But you do agree that it is the males that will give an X and Y chromosome.
Yes, only the male can give a Y.
The male should have the
X and Y chromosome.
And only a male can give the Y.
only a male can give the Y, but
Yes.
the male can have both the X and
A male needs to have both the female and the male components.
And for a single female source profile, the TY quantity is far much less than the T small autosomal.
For a female,
Yes,
the male Y should be 0.
yes.
So for a single source, for a single female source profile, you said TY
Yes, TY,
quantity is
Should-
far less than the
T small autosomal. And largely because the Y, they don't have the Y.
They don't have the Y, so the Y should be 0.
You can therefore be able to know the contribution of a male and a female based on the ratios, right?
Depends on the complexity of the result.
Yes, but you can be able to know that this is a single source male, this is a single source female. You can be able to know.
From the best is from the EPG itself, the visual representation, rather than the quantification.
So can the contribution of a female and a male be known based on the ratios?
That is the question to you, Miss Hindley.
The
What you answered
the
is not
EPG
what-
will show one peak, and for a female, and for a male it will show an X and a Y, 2 peaks. We don't use the
So
ratios
the question is,
for single sources at all.
from the ratios, can you be able to know whether this is a female or a male?
The EPG shows that. We don't use the quantification. We don't use the ratios to determine the sex of a donor.
The contribution of a male and female.
Yeah, we use the
are best
EPG.
being known
Yeah.
from looking at the EPG.
EPG is your best port of call. Yes.
But you'll also agree that from the EPG, you do the quantifications, right?
No, not necessarily. If we're looking at single source
Can
results,
you or you cannot?
you can, but we don't.
Yes, you
It's
can.
not necessary.
So from the EPG you can.
The EPG shows everything you need to know.
Even the quantifications also shows what you want to know.
They give an indication. The
Yes.
EPG shows you the final true version of that result.
So the EPG can give you the final true result.
Yes.
Does it also include the quantities of contribution?
No, that goes back to the values of contribution are your quantification results. If we're looking at single source,
And my lord, that is where the problem is, because she is choosing to answer a different question from what I have asked her, because I was specific on quantifications.
I don't use quantifications for reference DNA
You don't?
profiles. No, no one does.
Oh, You
No one does.
Talk about yourself, Miss Hingley.
I don't, and no one else does.
Talk about yourself.
No, I don't. Not for single source. It's unnecessary. It's only if the sample fails do we then look at quantification for single source.
Okay.
No one looks for, you did not look
She herself, my lord.
No,
cannot
no one
speak-
back
you
home in
cannot
that
speak
with
for
reference
others.
DNA profiles uses quantification unless the sample fails. We know
Are
the
you-
donor and therefore we know the sex of the donor.
Miss Hingley, when you say no one, you speak almost for everybody, like you're head girl of everyone. Are you referring to no one in your farm or no one in the world?
No one I've worked with for the past 30 years would use the
In
quantification.
your farm,
My-
where you're working.
I've worked in 3 different companies
It doesn't-
and no one, and all the cases,
relevant here is what the witness did.
Yeah.
So,
it's unnecessary to use quantification for references.
you did not look for quantification because it wasn't necessary.
It's unnecessary because we know the donor of the sample, we know what we are expecting, and if that sample doesn't meet the expectations, then we investigate as to why, and that will be when the quantification is looked at.
Please, you had this data with you. Go to Defense Exhibit 5.
The EPGs, is that right?
You had the data with you, and your job was to review.
Yes.
Please go to the quantification page. It should be about 50 of yours. Mine is a different number. What page is it?
Electronically 55.
My lord, I may want to look at Defense Exhibit 5. At Defense Exhibit 5 such that I can give court the proper.
Defense exhibits a page number, proceeding to be submitted page number.
This is a defense exhibit, so it has a number. So you could follow.
If you look at, let me see the page. Here, it's page 55. My lord, it would be page 55 of Defense Exhibit. Oh. If you look at samples 9,
9. Yes.
you've seen the TY. And the T small. It's in comparable amounts, right?
Yes, so that would indicate a male.
Sample 10.
Again, a male.
Sample 11.
Male.
Sample 12.
Male.
Sample 16.
Very low level male.
Those samples are largely male. They belong to the deceased, right?
I haven't recorded that, so it's definitely a male profile, I'd expect from those quantifications.
Okay. So I want you to look at the electropherogram.
4.
Sample 1 was not contaminated.
Sample 1, the reference from Henry.
Yes. Page 1. This is Defense Exhibit 5.
Yes.
There was no contamination in it.
No ladder contamination.
Sample 1, S001. There was no contamination. Then we will go to
Is there a difference between contamination and ladder contamination?
Yes, the ladder contamination is really visually obvious. Much like with the other samples and sample 1, we've got this very, very high fluorescence at the edge, so I can't actually see the baseline. So I can't confirm that there's no low-level contamination in there, but I can't see any ladder. So that's all I can be certain of.
okay. Please also look at sample 009. Is that page? So this is Defense Exhibit. Is that page 23, my lord, with Defense Exhibit 5. There was also no sign of ladder contamination.
Sample 9 has indications of DNA from more than one person, so no
Please
ladder
answer.
contamination. But there is a mixture in that one.
And the same with sample S10, S010. I know that is at page 25.
Yes, no evidence of ladder contamination.
And also with sample S011 is at page 27.
Yes, again, no evidence but indications of mixture.
Okay. And then sample S012. This is at page 29.
Yes, no evidence of ladder, but there is evidence of a mixture.
Please confirm that all these samples were also run in the same batch.
Yes, they were.
Also, I want you to confirm that if Mole's sample had contaminated, any of those I have mentioned would have been a candidate. Not so.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
If Mole's sample had contaminated, the system, any of those samples would have been a candidate.
Oh yes, for contamination.
So go to
Is that 19 or are we doing the quant?
17.
17, we're doing the quant?
17 is the magazine, then 19, yes.
Yes.
Do you see the T? My lord, I'm making reference to page 56, Defense Exhibit 5. Do you see the ratios? T small
Yes.
is that
0.07.
sample 19.
Yes. TY is 0.07.
And T small
0.14.
that's an indication of what?
That there's likely male and female DNA in there.
But you notice that they are different.
They are different, yes.
What does largely male and female DNA, but they are different mean?
It all depends on the nature of the DNA profiling result. You can't make any inferences from this alone. You have to combine it with what the DNA profiling result is showing. If it's multiple persons involved, then the ratio, as you would ordinarily do for single source, is obsolete.
Missingly, varying ratios in a sample is a sign actually that there is no cross-contamination. Not so.
No, that's not correct.
If cross-contamination occur, wouldn't you expect those ratios to be the same?
No. It depends what cross-contamination has occurred,
Where it has occurred?
where it's occurred, where it's from. Is it multiple? Is it single? The ratios do not help at all with contamination.
But it would be a sign.
No. Not at all, because you don't actually know what that sample consisted of, and therefore you cannot determine from the quantification contamination. It's not possible.
So, meaning that, if I'm to go by your answer, you therefore had no basis to come to the conclusion that any of these samples had any cross-contamination whatsoever. And what you were opining to is mere guesswork, Ms. Hingley.
No.
Go to the previous page. Just to prove to you that what you're saying you are not knowledgeable about. No. Of Defense Exhibit 5. Let me confirm for you, my lord. Yes, my lord. Do you see the contribution on sample 004?
Yes.
Isn't it 42.81
Yes,
nanograms?
it is, yes.
81.
It's nanograms per microliter.
That was the reference sample, right?
It was, yes.
Go to sample 17.
Yes. Yes.
You see the contribution at 0.04 nanograms.
Yes. per microliter.
Do you agree that that is different from the reference sample amount?
Yes, but that doesn't negate contamination.
No. If there was any transfer or contamination as you allege, wouldn't it be apparent in that data?
No, because we don't.
Wouldn't.
No, because we don't know the true sample, what was in that sample to start with.
So the truth is you did not have any information.
It's not scientifically possible to make any references from the data regards contamination.
Okay.
No scientist can.
Okay. It's not possible to talk about any reference to contamination. No scientist can.
Not possible to?
Infer anything from the quantification data in relation to contamination, because we do not know what was in that sample to begin with.
Missing. So, if it was not possible, it therefore means that you had no basis to even ever come to any conclusion in your report that there was gross contamination in this particular case. Not so.
I haven't actually said that contamination happened
You
from the
haven't-
references.
You haven't said.
I haven't said that it has happened. I have said that there is a significant risk of it happening, something we could never determine because the references were run on the same batch. No one can confirm.
I will take the interpretation alone. You also made reference to figure 5. Figure 13, I think this should be at your page 6, if I'm not wrong, of your report, referring to the gun being held with a gloved hand.
Yes,
Please confirm that the person holding that gun was actually wearing a glove.
yes, they were wearing gloves, but nothing
Okay.
else.
Missing it, that picture only shows actually the hand and the gun.
This particular picture
Yeah,
shows
so
a gloved
please
hand.
answer to what I have asked you.
That picture shows the example of the gloved hand. However, there are other pictures that show no personal protective equipment was
I have not
one.
yet gone to other pictures. I am specific to figure 13.
Yes.
The person holding the gun has on gloves, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay. And if a hand is properly gloved, then it would not contaminate the DNA on the pistol, correct?
If it's a clear glove, then that removes the vector, yes.
You also here testified about a photograph that you picked where you allege that the gun was placed on the floor.
Yes, on the back of the scene.
Where is it?
It's not in here, it's on the back of
Where
the...
is it?
I haven't included it in my report here. It's on the back, included in the photos at the back of the scene report. The crime scene report, there's just photographs at the end.
My Lord, I'm praying for prosecution exhibit 16. Is that the photograph you're referring to?
Yes. 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 Do you want it underneath here?
Do you notice, or did you consider, that there is a paper upon which that gun was placed?
I couldn't determine the surface on which it was placed. It had clearly been moved. It had been moved from the
Please.
bed.
Please repeat your answer.
I couldn't 100% determine what surface it's on. So if I'm told it's a clean piece of paper, then if that paper
That's
has been...
sufficient.
Sorry?
That's sufficient. Couldn't determine. That's sufficient.
But it's been moved.
So when you testified in this court that that gun was placed directly on the tile on the floor, it is a sign that you were biased and you were just guessing.
No, from my interpretation, there appears to be linear striations on the photograph as equivalent to the tiles on the floor. If you say that that definitely is not tiled and is paper, then obviously my evaluation changes.
Okay. All right. Can I have? Yes, my Lord, that's what I'm doing. Ms. Hingley. You also made references about the procedure of making the gun safe.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Do you have any information that the right procedure for making the gun safe were not followed?
I have no information whatsoever regards the scene, but it's another
No, that's enough.
observation.
You have already.
I'm not saying it's happened, it's an observation.
All right. My understanding also is that the comments you made on figure 18 was also an observation, and you don't have any information confirming the same, right?
That's correct. It's an observation. It's very poor laboratory practice, and it's allowing an opportunity for transfer, which should not be
It
happening,
was just an observation.
of course.
My Lord, I'm praying for prosecution exhibit 6. Thank you. Of all of the photos you make reference about, do you know at what stage the photos were taken?
No, I have no laboratory examination results at all.
Okay. Do you know the purpose for which they were taken?
The purpose?
Yes.
No, there's no documentation at all.
Let's take the interpretation. My Lord, the topic I want to undertake is a bit long, and it's already coming to one. My proposal is we do an early lunch and then come back so that I'm able to traverse the topic in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes, my Lord. Miss Hingley, can we start?
Yes, I'm just getting charged for the computer.
All right. So when I request you to go to the computer, you'll go to it. So you can close and then we'll talk
Okay.
about other things. You told court that the only way to determine the person who touched the gun is not through DNA analysis, but through fingerprints.
Yes, correct.
Is that your position?
Correct.
I want you to confirm to this court that a butt or grip of a gun has a rough and uneven surface.
Correct.
Are you aware that rough surfaces have no contact points?
They have contact points, but it would be...
You'll have one, then a ridge. One, then a ridge.
Yes, so you won't get a useful finger mark from a grip.
So you agree with me that it has no contact points?
The gun itself, the grip itself is not suitable for fingerprints.
For fingerprints. By that, fingerprints, therefore, were not suitable with regard to the...
The rest of the gun, the smooth surfaces would have been...
Can I finish? With respect to what you have just told us, the assertion of fingerprints to having been picked from the pistol of the butt and a grip is not practicable in this case. Not so.
On the grip, on any gun with the grip where it's ridged, you can't get fingerprints from the grips.
Okay. Please confirm that a trigger has a small surface area.
It does.
In fact, by virtue of its size, only a fingertip, as opposed to a full print, can be got on the trigger.
I'm not,
Right?
I'm not a fingerprint expert, so by process of pure size, yes, but I'm not an expert. I don't know what they are able to get off triggers.
You have said that you're not a fingerprint expert, but you'll agree with me that in order to get a full fingerprint, you require proper surface. You require a surface that is suitable, and then you require equal or greater size of a fingerprint itself.
I do not know the criteria of enough information in a fingerprint, so I couldn't say the extent of the surface required.
All right. That, since you say you're not an expert in that area, that saves us quite a bit of time there. But as a DNA analyst, you are also an investigator of some sort,
In which respect?
investigating crime and other related issues.
I'm reviewing scientific data, yes.
So in these circumstances, you are a reviewer and you're not a DNA analyst.
I
Right.
interpreted the DNA. Back home, a person that takes a case to court is not a DNA analyst. They're completely separate entities and different skill sets.
So in this case, you interpreted the DNA.
I interpreted all the DNA profiling results. I do not need to be an analyst in order to do that.
So would I be correct to say that you're just a data interpreter and not an analyst?
As is the case for all defence reviews. And equally when I do Crown
That's
casework.
enough. So that means you wouldn't know about the process of triage while handling exhibits.
I'm sorry, what, in respect of?
DNA, subject.
The mechanism that they've gone through?
While you're triaging exhibits, what you should prioritize, what you should handle first, what should come next, thereafter, like that.
Oh, yes,
You
I do.
wouldn't know.
Yes, I do. That's part of my basic training as a court-going scientist.
Okay. Since you have BESC, are you aware that the process of lifting fingerprints would interfere with DNA depositions?
It depends which technique is used. You are able to get both.
Are you aware that it would interfere?
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't.
There are processes which you can get both.
Between DNA and fingerprints, which one should be picked first?
It depends on the case circumstances.
Meaning that it is the individual expert who can make a choice on whether to go for fingerprints or DNA. Is that correct?
Yes, so when we review cases,
No.
we evaluate which evidence
I have
type is.
not asked you about review.
But my lord, this is how cases are triaged. We do a pre-assessment of the case, and based on that and the circumstances, at that point it's determined which scientific discipline would give the best outcome for the case.
But
So it is up to an expert.
It's up to an expert, yes.
To make the decision
Yes.
which to take first.
Yes, so the case strategy is set from the outset.
okay.
Depending on the circumstances of the case, the expert will
Would
determine
it determine
whether to take DNA.
or fingerprints? So, in order to come up with an opinion, as an expert, it should be based on empirical data, correct?
No. The case circumstances provides more information than any empirical data.
And you'll need a combination of all that
In order
to make a determination.
No, not at the very beginning. The case strategy is set by the information of the case and the best, most meaningful outcome of examinations.
Okay. But do you agree that when you have empirical data, it is more accurate than visual observations?
No.
When you made reference to page 20 of your report,
Page
20 of your report.
20.
Yes, we have been there before.
Yes.
Each of these two has about 23 locations.
Yes, that's correct.
Page 20. Did you look at all that 23 locations in respect of these two before you made your conclusions?
Yes.
Okay. It was your evidence, was it not, that one cannot tell how long DNA stays on an item?
Yes.
And that unless disturbed, DNA can persist on an item for a long time.
Yes.
Is that true?
Correct.
Are Are environmental disturbances some of the factors you are referring to that could affect the stay of DNA on an item?
What kind of environmental factors?
The air condition in the rooms, the number of people who stay in the room, how often this place is cleaned, basically everything about that environment.
No, that's not correct.
Isn't that part of the things you'd consider
No.
when you're assessing persistence of DNA on an item?
The persistence of DNA is whether that item
Is it or is it not?
not the whole environment. No, there are very specific elements we consider.
Okay.
An item being just in a room, unless that DNA is disturbed by someone touching or cleaning, the DNA will persist. Extreme heat or damp will equally damage it, but the air in a room will not affect DNA at all.
But you agree that heat is one of them.
Extreme heat, yes, that can break down DNA.
And dampness in the room can also affect it.
Yes, it can, yes.
did you conduct any studies to determine how long DNA would persist on any surface in Molly's house with regard to this case?
It's not possible to
Did you or you did not?
I'm sorry, Lord, it's not possible to recreate the exact...
Did you or you did not?
It is not possible to recreate any experimentations which can directly replicate the scene. So it is not possible. The science would be meaningless and it takes no further.
Are you Are you aware of the conditions in A1's house?
No, I'm reliant on the scene photos.
Allow for interpretation. Ms. Hingley, from what you have just told court, it would be my understanding, if I got you right, therefore, the comments you made about DNA presence in Henry Katanga's home, the circumstances relating to transfer and persistence there, were mere observations that you made, like how you did on the other observations, right?
So the firearm on the bed,
Were they mere observations that you made?
they were observations and ground scientific
Or
opinion.
did you have concrete findings?
No, because no testing was done, so it's impossible.
The comments you made about DNA presence were
Correct.
observations.
They were observations based on sound scientific opinion.
Did you have concrete findings in relation to this?
No one tested that bedding.
Okay. You also testified to this court, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, that where a swab has been taken, it would be better to use the first swab.
Yes.
Do you have any evidence that one swab would be capable of wiping away all DNA on an item?
It depends the
Do
efficacy
you
of...
have any evidence to that
It
effect?
depends on the efficacy of that swabbing procedure. If the swabs were taken properly, the remaining DNA should be so extremely low, it's not giving you a representative result.
So a subsequent swabbing would
Still find DNA there, right?
The DNA remaining, if
Yes.
the swab were taken properly, would be extremely low. And
the second or the
the
first?
second, the first swab will pick up the vast majority, if not all, but it all depends on how that individual took that swab.
But do you agree that DNA
limitations. We've used it before, so I use it for sure.
Be found, right?
Extremely low, and it will be a partial capture of the actual exam.
Have you done any research to confirm the amount you're referring to of extremely low?
There is no research.
Oh. So if there is no research, where do you get from the assertion that the DNA recovered will be extremely low?
Based on
Is
the...
it just also something that you are making an observation?
No, through my experience of DNA
Your
profiling
experience.
results, and where we've had to go back to the original exhibit and resample.
Did you
Through my experience.
have you done any in relation to how long or how much can be when it comes to firearms in particular?
No, because each case
Have
is...
you done in particular of a
it's
firearm?
not,
Because
it's not possible to
have
scientifically...
you done any research in particular in relation to a firearm? She says through her experience.
She has, through her experience, she's able to tell that DNA recovered from a subsequent swab being low, and she's basing that also on cases where they had to go to the original exhibit and take it to some.
And I am asking her if she ever did any in relation to a firearm.
The only relevance of that would be in that I could directly replicate the provenance of the firearm under testing and know exactly what contact individuals had on that firearm.
Have you done with respect to a firearm, Ms. Hingley? It is either you have done it or not.
There is no research that can be done which would directly replicate this case.
Is it a reswab being on a firearm?
Yes, my lord.
So have you had an opportunity to handle a case where you had to reswab a firearm?
No, it's just not possible. You have to directly replicate the true provenance of that firearm and therefore directly associate it to the case.
Was very clear that you put to her.
Have you done it before? And we are getting other things we can't write.
I'm explaining
It's
why
either
it's
you
not
have
possible.
done it or not.
I don't
I'm
impose
explaining why
it.
scientifically it's irrelevant.
So it is scientifically relevant because you have to replicate
The exact circumstances of that firearm, yes. And nobody knows the ground truth of that firearm. So it's not possible to replicate that scenario, and therefore research does not aid any interpretation.
And just for the record, you have no information about how the first swab in this case was taken, correct?
No, there's no records.
And you actually also do not know how the second swab was taken. Is
Again,
that correct?
Yep, no records available.
And without information, you are unable, therefore, to confirm whether the second swab could have sufficient amount or not.
It's
Not so.
impossible because I don't know how it was swabbed and who did it.
Okay. Okay. You also told court that it's difficult to tell the sequence in which DNA is deposited on an item. Is that
It's impossible to tell.
it's impossible to tell? Are you competent? But you told court that the propositions you make in your report at page 28 are activity level propositions.
Correct.
To do an activity level proposition, Ms. Hingley, one must be in a position to interrogate all intervening factors that would have led to a particular activity. Not so.
No.
Would you make an assumption
Assumptions are made in
Of
every
what?
single case.
of what could have happened, what could not have happened?
The assumption and the evidence of very poor laboratory practice, and the final findings in this case were based on the assumption that everything was clean, there are no problems, and even then the DNA findings did not help.
You made assumptions. Even when you did your case review, you also did assumptions, right?
Every single case has assumptions in it because we never ever know the true reality of a case.
In fact, most of your opinions are based on assumptions. Is that correct?
My final opinion in my report is based on, whilst all the observations I've highlighted as opportunities of DNA transfer, my final opinion is even if absolutely everything I have raised didn't happen, the laboratory was clean, there was no contamination, the findings still do not help address who fired that weapon.
That's okay. Did you
You're saying that the results, you conclude by saying the results still do not help?
Help address who fired that weapon. The DNA cannot address that question.
Okay. Let's take an interpretation. Ms. Hingley, scientific opinions are usually research-based. You
No,
agree?
not in forensics, no.
Some are guesswork.
No,
Are some based on guesswork?
no.
They are not.
There are ground reasons behind all the scientific
but we
opinion
have
offered.
researched opinions that can be found in publications, right?
There are some research publications which have dealt with transfer of cellular DNA.
I've
However-
not talked about transfers of DNA or what. I am just talking about publications in
Sometimes,
forensics.
Sometimes they are some casework relevant papers, particularly in sexual
Are
assaults.
there researched opinions that can be found in scientific publications?
Yes, there are.
Having been in this field for about, you said 30 years?
Yeah, next year's 30 years.
Okay. Next year is when you make 30 years.
Yes.
All right. You must be aware of the Forensic Science International Journal.
Yes.
As a scientist, you can confirm that their published papers are authentic and authority in the field of forensic science.
Yes.
I want to draw your attention to one of the papers published in that journal. Which is
Miss Makoli doesn't serve us for one son.
Maybe your WhatsApp.
what is that paper about?
This is about the creation of the Bayesian networks when considering activity level propositions.
Please repeat for court.
A template for constructing Bayesian networks in forensic biology cases when considering activity level propositions.
The template for constructing
Bayesian networks,
Bayesian means
BAYESIAN, networks in forensic biology cases when considering activity level propositions.
Who is the author of that article?
There are 4 authors: Duncan Taylor, Alex Biederman, Tasha Hicks, and Christophe Champol.
That paper provides the Bayesian networks
Yes.
as a tool in considering activity level propositions.
Yes.
If you look at that paper,
Yes.
it gives you a step-by-step process.
It does.
Step 1, to go to page 138.
Yes.
The tool works in nodes, right? So step 1 is for you to define the proposition nodes.
Yes.
And that reflects what each party is putting forward
Yes.
associated with the activities of each of those people.
Yes.
Step 2, you define the activity nodes.
Yes.
You're required to draw propositional nodes with one node for each activity that you are undertaking to analyze.
Can I just say that this isn't a scripted
Please
method?
look
This is
at
being
it.
yes. This is how I've been trained since I started. The Forensic Science Service actually devised this Bayesian method, so this is not new.
It's not new to you.
No, we've been doing it for 30 years.
Okay. After that, you would go to grouping similar results.
Yes.
After that, you would separate, therefore, those that are relevant to your propositions and those that are not relevant to the propositions.
Not relevant meaning they don't help whatsoever, not that they're insignificant in my view, yes.
In your analysis, you are also at step 5 to consider and add nodes. Yes, my lord. My apologies. So I was progressing that at the 5th level, you're supposed to consider issues to do with transfer and persistence nodes
Yes.
that describe the mechanisms by which activities would lead to the findings.
Yes.
And there you'd look at issues like there may be multiple activities that would contribute to a single activity.
Yes, so it would be examples like the bedding, the gun on the bedding, the touching of the firearm.
Or some pathways may require multiple steps.
Yes, if reasonable.
And then the order in which the activities were undertaken and the transfers.
This is where
Not so.
academic crosses over with forensics. In forensics, you could never
You
tell the order. It's
You
not
cannot
possible.
tell the order,
No,
but
you cannot.
it is one of the things you can consider, right?
Yes, if you have full total disclosure and provenance of an item, you can, but we never ever have that in casework. This
You
is
will-
pure academic paper.
You will also have to look at and define the root nodes that will show you or that may not refer to any activities associated with what you're analyzing, right?
Yes.
It is until you have all of these in place, then you can go to the last step, which is checking for absolute support. And that way you can make conclusions. From your experience, do you also agree with the last step on where conclusions are made?
No, that's how I've reached my conclusions.
Okay. So now,
So you said step 7 is how you arrived at your conclusion?
Yes, this is a general process in
Yes.
which this is an Australian paper, and Australia are looking into the viability of activity level reporting. They currently do not report at activity level,
Hold
and
on,
the
Miss-
Bayesian method is based on the method we were all trained in
Miss
at the
Hingley.
Forensic Science Service.
Miss Hingley, we are coming. This, from what you see and from your experience, you'll agree with me, is a very elaborate procedure.
It is.
And it will require you to have data at every single stage. Not so.
If it is at all possible, it is
Does
not always.
it
It does not require data at every step. No.
In your evidence, you're trying to assume that there are certain stages that will not require evidence, right? Or data.
It's not evidence, it's data.
Data.
It comes down to experience of
Okay.
crime samples, how the DNA reacts, and the expectation of transfer of DNA, of which there is not enough
All right.
published data to give formal numerical opinions.
Did you undertake such an analysis before you came to your conclusions on page 29?
It's not laid out.
Did you or you did not?
I did, but not laid out, because there is
You
no
did.
data on which to base following this line by line. This is academic, purely academic, and is not applicable to general forensic science.
So you agree that you did not do it?
You didn't use all these steps?
It wasn't
Because
possible.
It wasn't possible
Yes.
in a practical
Yes.
exercise?
Yes.
This is an academic paper.
This is the ideal, that we will have data for every single case and every single step, and it is just not possible.
So, Miss Hingley, I'll ask you the same question. Did you undertake this analysis before you came up with your conclusions or not?
A version of, yes.
Some of it.
Methodology-wise, yes, I have, but it's not possible to put the numbers in as
That's okay.
they have. It's just not
You
possible.
said you did.
Yes, I have.
Did you include it in your report?
As standard, no.
Did you or you did not?
No, we don't include it in our reports. Only an expert would understand what we've done.
In fact, you did not interrogate all the intervening factors in this case.
It's
Not so.
impossible. Actually impossible
not.
to intervene. It's absolutely impossible. Unless someone can tell me from the moment that gun was purchased to the time it was recovered, every single contact that was made with that firearm and every surface that firearm made contact with, it is impossible.
If it is impossible, it therefore goes without us using too much complicated words that your opinion has no scientific basis.
My opinion is
Isn't
based
it?
on... No, that's not correct. My
You just
opinion is
based-
based on the information I have been provided, and that information provides plenty of opportunities for the transfer of DNA.
You yourself told this court that you did not have most of the information you required. Not so.
Yes, most of the information.
Most of the
But the
information you did
information
not
I
have
had
it.
was that the incident occurred as both Molly and Henry got out of bed. Unless that bedding had been washed prior
No.
to anything recovered, that firearm being on that bed is an obvious and one of the most logical explanations for transfer of DNA.
Did you verify independently the information you claim you were given?
I could see from the
Did
photos,
you or you did not?
unless someone states that
Did you
states that that was not the bed that Molly
Miss
and Henry
Hingley.
slept in, then I will reevaluate. But I evaluate on the information I have. My job as the scientist is not to validate the information I'm provided.
Miss Hingley, did you?
But I think that is her.
That's okay. And I am asking her another question. Did you carry out any independent calculations to come up with conclusions on activity level propositions?
This didn't require any calculations at all.
So you didn't do it.
No, it's source level, sub-source level in this instance because it's DNA. We have a legitimate, obvious
You have
transfer.
answered me, Miss Hingley.
You say that you did not need to conduct any
Eh,
independent calculation.
Any independent calculations because there's an obvious, reasonable scientific transfer mechanism from the bed to the firearm. The DNA would never show who fired the weapon. The expectation is if someone did handle the weapon, their DNA would be present,
If
But
the
equally-
person handled the firearm.
would be present.
Okay.
But on the alternative that they didn't, given that firearm has been on that bed, there's a reasonable expectation of the occupants of that bed, both Henry and Molly, to have transferred to that firearm, and it is not possible to determine the activity within which that DNA was deposited. Hence, it is not scientifically possible to determine who fired that weapon from the DNA evidence.
So please confirm that you cannot therefore speak to the activities in the propositions that you made on page 29.
Yes, I can.
You cannot.
I can.
Did you do or carry out independent, you as Hingley, independent analysis in relation to activities before the firing?
What analysts would I do?
Did you or
What-
you did not?
I'm sorry, I don't know what analysts I could possibly do.
Did you do that or you didn't?
What an analyst would I be able to do? What are you asking? Sorry, what kind of analysis? I don't know.
Did you, apart from the information that you had, that was given to you, papers, did you do any independent verifications as to the activities that led to the propositions you came up with?
I don't verify any information I have
You
been
didn't.
given.
You
It's,
did not.
it's not my position to verify information.
Okay.
I'm very clear that if the information changes, I reevaluate.
Okay. Let's take interpretation.
I want to just briefly revisit that area for clarity. Now, we already know you told this court that you didn't have formal instructions from KAA.
Correct.
Now, for us to be in position to address court on the efficacy of your work, it is very important that we know the extent of your instructions. So I'm going to request you to help this court with specific information as to the extent of your instructions in this casework. We appreciate it was email correspondence.
Yes, it
Are
was.
you in position to tell this court what you were specifically instructed to do?
It was a
in
venue.
this case
It
one?
was a venue. Very.
You want to refer to your email?
It was over a Zoom meeting, not in an email. It was a Zoom meeting where the request was made for me to review all the scientific findings.
So the instructions were given to you not on email but on Zoom meeting?
Yes, when we had a Zoom meeting, the initial contact was made that would I be able to help, and then we had a Zoom meeting of more details, and during that Zoom meeting it was said, are you able to review the findings?
Okay. So it is in this Zoom meeting
Yes.
that you were given specific instructions?
It was a very
Please, I require specific
There was
answer.
no-
Please, and just to help the court.
It was a general,
When I
can you
ask,
review the DNA
but will you,
findings?
Ms. Lynn, will you listen to me now, please? Not that I want to gag you not to speak every material you have, but I want to be of help to this court. When I ask a specific question, just provide that answer. If we need clarification, we will ask you, okay? So, was it during that Zoom meeting that you were given specific instructions on what you were required to do?
The specific instruction was
Was it or it was not?
Yes, it was,
Okay.
and it was to review all the DNA findings in the case.
Can you repeat your instructions?
To review all the DNA findings in the case.
Review all the DNA findings in the case?
Yes.
Was that all?
Yes, it was a very broad, can you review the DNA, please? Because I was aware this is a new area.
Was this given once in that only meeting, or you got additional instructions later?
That was the instruction to review everything relating to DNA in the case.
Do you want to be clear as to who comprised that Zoom meeting?
I can't
So
remember.
we have you, and who else?
Ellison was there, and I believe other two members, but I can't recall.
Okay. So do we understand that there was no formal engagement between your firm and KAA? It was this personal Zoom meeting?
Yes, it's which we would consider as a
Okay.
case conference with counsel. This is
Please,
a
I'm
standard.
asking about formal engagement.
Yes, but this is
I know case conference.
Yes.
So please don't volunteer
No,
to
but
that
that-
extent.
that constitutes
Case-
for me a formal.
Yeah, but please don't address me on case conference.
No, but
I will
that
ask
forms the
about it.
formal request
Yeah.
in general terms for us.
This conference forms a formal request.
Mr. Morgan,
Yes.
about whether the meeting was, whether instructions were given once and to say yes.
Yes.
And you asked who comprised the meeting,
She-
to say herself,
And
Mr.
she
Kalhanga and two others.
she can't remember. Yes.
What did you ask next?
You realize you need to answer me specifically, Miss Lynn. Yes.
Mr. Kalhanga.
Okay.
My lord, I stand to be corrected because this is an area which my land sister canvassed. at
Very
length.
well. Very well. We are well.
Is it in order to keep taking us backwards, my lord.
Very briefly.
I've not even understood what Mr. Kawega is meaning. No, there is no repetition. There is no repetition. I don't think my sister asked about details of the Zoom meeting. I don't think she did.
And we did that on purpose.
And I don't intend to repeat anything. We are only putting what we have already traversed in context. And my Lord, there is a reason. So my next question, which my Lord is asking for me to repeat, I wanted clarification from you that other than this Zoom meeting, there was no other written engagement between you and KAA. It was this interpersonal Zoom conversation.
Yes, there were emails as the case progressed, but not instructions.
Ms. Lynn, I want you to confirm to this court that those subsequent emails were between you and who?
Predominantly Ellison.
Predominantly Elson.
Yes.
So who else other than Elson?
There are emails from the administrative side sending me over the documents that I reviewed, but predominantly Ellison was my point of contact for this case.
Again, this court would be interested in understanding, Ms. Lynn, you operate as an individual or as a firm?
As a company,
So in this case, were you engaged as an individual or as a company?
I was requested personally to do this
Personally,
case.
okay.
Yes,
That's
as with all our instructions.
That's good. That's good enough, please. I want to make sure you go back home, so I don't want to waste time with so many things. Do I understand that it is you who requested for what information to be given to you to do the casework?
Yes, I requested a lot of information, yes.
Was any information volunteered
No.
by your principal?
I was given the electricity.
Please, the question is, was any information volunteered by your instructing officer, Mr. Edson?
Some background
What-
information.
Please, is
Yes.
it a yes? Or a-
So background information
Background
was,
information.
yes. And then others on my request.
So if we understand you were, the background information was volunteered to you.
Yes.
So Ms. Lynn, when do you first get, you told us you first got instructions in 2024.
Yes.
When did you get the documents that you list on page 2 and 3 of your report?
I would have to scroll through all my emails to confirm.
I just humbly request you to do that. It is very
They were sporadic.
important for us.
They were sporadic throughout.
Please just help us.
My computer's not attaching to the internet, so I will just use my phone if that's okay.
No, Dawood is here. He can help.
My computer still won't link, but my phone is. My phone's linked.
Sorry? The phone. Oh, yeah, anything which gives us information.
I have all my emails on my phone. Yes.
Okay.
Is that okay? Thank you.
Later.
So I received images of the blood staining.
Was that the first?
That was 30th of August 24.
30th August
24.
2024. What did you receive?
Images of the blood staining at the scene.
Is that the scene of crime report?
No, these are individual photographs.
Just a minute, Mr.
Which I haven't used because I've not done a full blood pattern analysis.
Wait a minute. Is that listed in your report?
No, because I didn't
Okay.
use it.
Okay. So now you received photographs of what?
The individual blood staining at the scene.
Individual blood staining at the scene.
Yes.
Is that part of what you requested or what was volunteered to you?
That was volunteered to me
That was volunteered.
because at that time
How many
maybe I was
photographs?
doing, perhaps we were looking at the blood pattern analysis, but that never
Do you
carried
realize
on.
I've gone to another question? And
No.
you're asking what I don't require? Do you remember what I've just asked now?
No.
Please,
you
I
repeat, please?
I advise you to stick to the question.
Okay.
Okay. So those photographs were volunteered to you. You
Yes.
had not requested for them.
No.
How many?
Oh.
If you are in position.
A
to
lot.
tell. A lot of.
A lot of
photographs.
photos. Yes. I can't give you the exact number. They seem to run from 8328 to 8383. About 50?
50 photos.
50, 60? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Miss Hinley, Miss Lynn, I wish your computer could work.
I'll have a look, but this is from the email.
Yeah, it's okay, perfect. My lord, is it possible for her computer to work? This,
We'll try again.
this
We've
is
had
very
issues
important
with the
for me.
Wi-Fi.
But we can be a little bit patient and ensure your computer works. My lord, I also sometimes have Wi-Fi to volunteer, but Jet has never appreciated me. So,
I don't know. My phone's on it now. Is it because I've got a VPN on it?
VPN.
Yeah, I've got VPN on it. Is that stopping it?
Yeah.
Does it need to be Uganda? Oh, okay, I'll turn VPN off. Oh no, it's in the second one, sorry. Shall I just delete that and restart? 'Cause it's not finding me, is it? Norton VPN. If they're happy with that, I can do that. It's up to them whether they are happy with it or not. Yes.
yes.
It's not happy at all. No, it's just not happy. But it's blocking out
Actually,
the...
since it's not, since
Are
it's
you
your
happy
email,
with me?
yes, since
Yeah,
it's your,
I can show
you
you
may
the-
not even project it. I just want the judge to see.
Yes, this is my business email.
Okay,
account
yeah,
on
no
my
problem. But we just want to look at the photos provided to you
Yes.
for this casework.
I
We just
don't
want
know-
to draw them to the attention of the judge
Can
and the
I-
defense team. Then we go to another item.
I'm wondering if I've got it without the internet. Yeah, I've got them without the internet, so I can
Yeah.
HDMI them.
Yeah, yeah.
One sec. My computer, there we go. Okay, so this is the list of all the photos I received.
Yeah, let's just sample a few in the interest of time. They are, you will just tell us the full number, that just sample a few,
So-
in no particular order.
So all the photos I received started with KER and then oblique and then the numbers 8327 through to 8455.
Okay, just open.
Sorry?
Just open any at
Oh,
random.
any of them? Sure.
Yeah, yeah, just a few. We want to go all.
Okay.
Got the first one?
So,
I'll be telling you.
yeah, I'll take you through. So, so that's the first one, 8327.
Where?
So that's showing some of the blood staining.
No, that is not our report. Okay. Okay, you could go like to number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah. No particular
okay.
order. I just want the court to follow through.
Around here?
Actually, I just want to confirm
Oh, sure.
the source of the photo.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So these were general photos of the blood staining at the scene.
Sample another 3.
There's a close-up of the staining. The bottom of the wall
And where is it?
and a close-up on the wall again.
Okay.
Yeah? I can show you more if you want.
Just go back. Just close that.
Just close that.
Just a minute. Yeah, just a minute.
Okay.
Those photos were taken on the 25th of March, 2025. Okay, Miss Lynn.
Yes.
My Lord, the observation we wanted the court to make is that
No, the submissions, my lord. They are going to submissions.
I think Mr. Edison should
You don't submit.
count.
A question.
My Lord, is it that I can't address court in the process of cross-examination? Is that what my colleague says? My Lord, can they address court on the law, on that?
My lord, is it a witness?
I am okay with the objections. Let me be guided by the law.
My lord, the law is, he can't make submissions. No, can you pass on factual information that you asked the court? So the work of the team is to examine the witness. The work of the witness is to provide answers to the question. I think it's right.
No, my Lord, I just wanted to be guided that I cannot address court in the process of cross-examination.
Mr. Moran, can I make a remark and say those are the pictures
Those
that
are
were
pictures.
given to the witness?
Actually, my Lord, the remark that I am making, and if Mr. Edison had only listened, I believe he will agree with me. The remark I am making is that the reason we displayed those photos is for court to observe that those are photos that are not part of the prosecution exhibits under analysis.
No, my lord,
That-
that's evidence from the
so, apart from yes, apart from it being what is being alleged, my lord.
Let me hear my objection. My lord, everything he gave us, he did not use in court. So for him to say he didn't give that to us, it becomes evidence from the back. He can't testify.
It's okay. My lord, I expected my colleagues on the defense to actually say that these are prosecution photos. Because we are dealing with issues of facts. My colleagues are officers of this court. And
I want to object. You can't give evidence.
Let us see the picture.
no, my lord, I am not constrained by any. I feel uncomfortable, my lord, if my colleagues think that what doesn't work for them is illegal and cannot be done in a court process. I am okay, my lord, to be guided by the law. Most obliged.
My land friend will agree with me that it is right. He cannot give evidence from the back. He is not a sworn witness. So any fact coming from him, from this side crossing to there, is evidence from the back. All he can do is ask the witness questions. Then you can submit. But you cannot. Yeah. And actually, the submission, my lord, is at the right time. When the witness has left it, and we are now dealing with evidence on record. But now for Mr. Mwaganya to want to put on the record the source of photographs to the witness that he didn't disclose them, that is evidence from the back. And my lord, he should restrict himself to cross-examination. He can't cross-examine and provide information. Cross-examine and provide information. We are happy to cross-examine him if he wants to take an offer to that point.
Are you done?
Because my lord then will need to stand up and say from the bar now that no, these are the ones you did disclose. In which case both of us will be testifying.
Are you done?
So let him put questions to the witness. Then he can later submit and say the photographs we submitted, we displayed are not the ones I disclosed in his submissions. Not now.
My lord, I want to request that we shouldn't waste too much time for the court. This witness came from UK. We have to be done and she goes. For example, we can't waste time, my lord, wasting this court's time, whether these photographs came from prosecution or from another source. Sure, as officers of court, that is not something we should be arguing about. But I could ask it another way, my lord. Out of all the prosecution documents you were given for review, did you find evidence of any of those photos annexed to any of the reports or documents that arose from prosecution for review?
Sorry. From memory, I can't remember if any of them were included in the blood pattern report because I haven't used it.
No, we have the blood stain report. We can give it to you, my lord. I pray for it.
Yes, I honestly can't remember.
You are okay to refresh your memory. What is the exhibit? Prosecution exhibit number. That's the SOCO report. Blood pattern report. We can check, my lord. Blood spatter, yes, report. Please keep within the photos.
I've now got access online.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
So I'm
As you-
going to have access to everything now.
Okay. Yes.
That's the pattern.
Yeah.
No, the pictures I have are more extensive than contained in here.
No, it's not a question of being extensive. Is any of them similar?
Le-
Can you point even a single one that is similar or contained in
Yes.
any of the prosecution's exhibits?
Let me bring up. Where am I? Maybe bring up here, and then I'll try to. I'll try and find a sequence. So this one here. This is a close-up zoom of it. So you can see the handprint here. Then you can see the linear staining here.
Ms. Lynn, can I just have what you are showing? What?
Yeah.
No. Leave.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to find the.
I'm
Is
sorry.
that-
I do this different.
Is
so
that
you
the
are not
same?
going to rush me.
No.
Is it the same?
It's not exactly the same. No.
Exactly.
One's a zoomed-in
So
image of this, but it's saying. But I didn't interpret the BPA.
Don't worry. I've not asked you about that. We are on that photo. Is it the same? As
No.
that?
No, it's not the
Okay.
same.
Do you have even a single picture that is the same as any of the pictures in the prosecution's exhibit?
That's what I'm trying to run through.
Because that is actually different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But my lord, the witness never said these pictures are the same as what is in the prosecution. She said, I got these pictures earlier when we were still discussing, and that was her evidence.
And she's being cross-examined.
And my lord, if the defense had considered that the source of this information is from them, we would have moved.
But we never said it is from you.
Yeah, that is what I was making the point I wanted to demonstrate to this court, that these photos, my lord,
One at a time.
okay.
My lord, what I'm saying is that at no point did we say these photos were from prosecution. We never said that. And the witness has not said, my lord, we did not say these pictures were from prosecution. In fact, all these pictures, we disclosed them to prosecution. They are from the defense. But then, me saying this, I would be equivalent to him testifying.
No, my lord, I just wanted us to
So
go
we never
on
said
record.
these were from prosecution.
I just wanted, and that
They
is
are our
that.
pictures which we disclosed.
So, my lord, if it goes on record, no, it is you wasting time.
And then we are the ones.
Mr. Cuevas is here.
And my
We
lord,
have
we
already
handed them over
established-
to
we have
her.
already established now that there is no contention.
I'm
of
doing
where
what
the
we were
papers are
avoiding to
coming.
do to testify, my lord.
So, Mr.
There are our
Cuevas,
pictures which we gave our
Mr.
witness.
Cuevas,
Much obliged.
we have already established that there is no context as to the source.
Yes, yes.
And now, Mr. Mwaga,
I can now progress, my lord. So, my lord, if it may go on record, as confirmed by counsel, that all the photographs presented, Mr. Karuhanga, my lord, we do this
now the
all
option
the
is for us to
time.
go through.
Exactly.
If it
Exactly.
has been, that those pictures,
My lord, this
there
is
is then no need
evidence.
for us to go through the lengthy process.
But it was always the case of the witness that she got those pictures from this.
Yes, she got them from us.
But even those
What I
of
want us to
prosecution,
avoid
she,
is a habit of us becoming witnesses in this court, which Mr. Morgan is trying to do.
Mr. Morgan, proceed.
my lord, if that is noted, I'm most obliged. Please go back to those photos.
Sure.
Okay. I know you are. not a novice at computer use. When were those photos sent to you? From the record being displayed on the screen.
The screen saying that they were modified on the 25th of March 24, but that would be when they were created, not when they were sent to me. I haven't modified them at all, so that would be the original PDF format for the photo. So that doesn't confirm when I received them.
So what date did you say that you received?
I received them,
30th August 2024.
yes.
And you're saying you modified them.
I haven't modified them at all.
She said she did not modify them, but it shows there that modified on that date, which means that was when they were created.
That is the date they were created. In other words, taken.
I assume so.
Okay.
I didn't receive them until August, so I can't speak of what happened to them before then.
Okay, so the point is made there. And then, as we are dealing with photos, you appeared knowledgeable about the contents of the blood spatter report.
Yes.
When I go through the documents you have told this court as documents served to you by KAA, is the blood spatter report included? It is not.
No,
right?
it's not.
It is not.
No.
So we again get it for the record that notwithstanding the fact that it was not sent to you, you know the content of the blood spatter report.
I did have the blood spatter report.
Sorry?
I did have it, but it didn't form a pertinent
You
part.
also had it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So did you request for it, or it was also volunteered to
It
you?
was volunteered to me.
Okay. And you went, even when you didn't need it, you went through it
Yes.
before making this evaluative report.
Yes, it was again to see
Yes
the...
is sufficient, ma'am.
I did, but
Please.
in... But,
All I want this court to know
Yes,
is
I
that
did.
you went through it.
yes, I did.
Did you find information in the blood spatter report relevant to your investigation, evaluation?
Only the extent of the blood staining, no more.
Only the extent of the blood.
Yes. So
Stain.
I had...
So, in other words, Ms. Lynn, as an expert, that report, even though you never requested for it, when you received it, it influenced your professional opinion.
I wouldn't say...
Did it or it did not?
No, no, it didn't.
So you never found information in respect of the blood stains relevant to your evaluation, existence of blood stains in the bedroom.
It merely formed my expectation that I'm expecting significant amount of blood to be available within that vicinity, no more.
With that information,
Yes,
my lord, again, did you find it relevant? Okay, informative.
informative, yes.
You found it informative.
Yes, because
Okay,
it
great.
enabled my expectations of the scene.
So let's leave the photos and we go to another piece of information
Okay.
forwarded to you. What else?
So the quickest mechanisms on here. I received the DNA report, the crime scene examination report.
No, DNA,
Report.
when?
All of these on the same date, on the 16th of August 24.
16th August
24.
24.
So the DNA report,
Yes.
the crime scene examination report, and the bloodstain report, all on the same day. There was also the charge sheet,
You also got the charge
the
sheet.
charge sheet, ballistics report.
Let's go slow, ma'am.
Oh, sorry.
You also got the ballistic report.
Yes. The gunshot residue report. The indictment.
Or you got the indictment too.
I did, yes.
Okay.
And
What else?
the PF3, which is the medical examination of Molly Katanga.
So you got that medical exam.
Of Molly Katanga.
What else did you get?
That's it for the 16th of August.
Okay, tell court what else you received any other day.
Let's see. And I got the pictures. So that's that one. On the 3rd of September 2024,
This is 3rd
of September 24,
September 2024.
this is where I first received the electropherograms.
What else?
That was it for that date.
Okay. What about on another day?
What's that? Oh, that's the same. Then the last thing was the report, the electropherograms with the attached letter. But I'm just trying to find.
Is it the other letter from the Ministry of Health?
That's it. The 4 pages were attached on top of the. So that came through. Let me double check.
Is it you that requested for this particular letter, my lord?
No.
It was
It
volunteered
was
to
volunteered to me, yes.
Okay.
Because we were investigating the ISO.
So, oh, okay. So, you also investigated the ISO.
No, I didn't per se. I because it became a feature.
Yes.
When I came over first time, that letter had been attained. So that's the first time I saw it.
So, who investigated the ISO?
I don't know the ins and outs, but I was provided it by KAA.
Yeah, but you just said you got this letter because you needed to investigate the
I know.
ISO.
That was generically. We were as a team investigating the ISO status.
Oh,
and
okay, let us
that's-
now let this court know the composition of your team that investigated the ISO. So it
So-
was you and who else?
So KAA,
Okay, you
as would be standard.
KAA.
So
and-
we
and who
become
else?
the communication between us as the team. I don't know where they got that letter from, but it
It's
clarified the position of ISO.
Yeah, just on the question of investigation.
I don't know what. Obviously, ISO was a question.
Don't worry, ma'am. How did you investigate the ISO?
We discussed ISO, and then when I came over the first time, that's when the letter had been obtained. So that would be March.
Okay. So
Sorry, I was just confirming it was March I came
Okay.
over.
do I understand you, my lord, did I understand her to mean that you got the electropherograms and the ISO letter on the 3rd of September 2024?
Oh no, I had the electropherograms without the letter attached, and then on the 9th of March 2026,
Okay.
that's when the letter was attached,
9th
of March
March.
26.
2026?
Yes.
That is when you got the letter?
That's first sight of the letter, yes.
And you said this letter was just volunteered to you. For what
Yes.
purpose was it given to you, Miss Lynn?
Because we needed to know the ISO accreditation situation of the laboratory. It'd be standard to investigate any laboratory for its accreditation status.
So, having received it for that purpose,
Yes.
what did you find out? What did you investigate and found out?
So within that letter, it...
No. The letter was clear.
Yes.
What, did you do any investigations?
No, because I used that letter as the basis of information. And again, if it changed, I would change my report and my opinion.
So, you needed that letter because it was capable of changing your opinion depending on what it said, correct?
It would
Yes or no?
potentially, because it would determine whether they are working
Did you
within
listen
an
to my question, ma'am?
Yes, so potentially it might, if it confirms whether they're working within the accepted quality.
Good. So, meaning, my lord, depending on what that letter said,
Yes,
your opinion would change.
potentially, I can't
Potentially
say.
change.
Yes, I can't
Oh,
say for
thank
sure.
you.
Yes, but it,
Please.
yes.
I've got the answer. Do you have an idea why KAA volunteered this particular letter just a couple of days to the releasing of your report?
Objection, my lord. You are inviting the witness to speculate. You can't have an idea why KA volunteered it. It's only KA which would know. So don't invite the witness to speculate.
My lord, the letter was given to her.
Yes, but now knowing the reason why.
Why
it
is
is
it give her the
now
result?
it is now-
That is now inviting us. How would she know?
How would she know
Why
why
you
it
are
is, unless you are told? Maybe you ask her, were you told why the letter was?
My lord, well, that is basically the question, apart from just
Maybe
the...
change it to why you told
and
why.
Do you know why KAA volunteered this letter just a couple of days to your release of your final report?
I can't speculate, but the
Ma'am,
ISO status.
Your
of the
lawyers
laboratory-
are saying we should not invite you to speculate.
I can't
So you
speculate
either
why.
know or you don't know.
I wasn't. There was no formal. We have given you this because of.
Okay.
So beyond
So
that, I don't
the
know. But
in other words, do I understand you to mean that the email came blank? How
No.
how did this letter get transmitted to you as the expert?
because it was transmitted electronically, because
By
of the-
email?
Yes.
Was the email blank
Yes, it said please find attached this.
without any
No,
purpose?
no. There was no untoward at home.
That's enough, ma'am. You are the expert.
Yes.
Did you ask them why they were giving you a document without any explanation?
when I
Just
read,
a couple of days to the release of your report.
when I read the document,
Did
it was
you ask?
evident.
That's not a
I
question I'm
didn't
asking.
need to
I'm
ask.
asking, did you ask them why they are sending you an unexplained document?
I didn't need to ask. It was self-evident when you read it that it addressed the issue of the ISO for the laboratory. That's the fundament. Any case I do, we look at the accreditation of a laboratory.
It's not you, and you don't know why they sent. So
No,
let's
it
be
was,
professional here, ma'am.
it was self-evident that it addressed the issue of the ISO status of the laboratory, which is a fundamental part of any case review. And so it was self-evident. I didn't need any further explanation.
I just want you to quickly confirm that even the PF3 of More Katanga was just volunteered to you. You
Yes.
never requested for it.
Yes,
The indictment was just volunteered to you.
yes,
Okay, let's go. Let's allow court to write. The gunshot residue report was volunteered to you.
it was.
The same with the ballistic report.
Yes,
Even the charge sheet was volunteered to you.
yes.
So, for you as an expert, what had you specifically asked for?
The electropherograms,
That's number one.
the validation.
Let's write that. You had specifically requested for electropherograms.
Electropherograms, all the validation of their process and the
Number
Euroformics, any quality incident investigations,
Euroformics.
Euroformics validation,
Yes.
and the
Let's
validation.
go zero because we have to write.
That's number 3. Those are 3, John.
There are three? Okay. Don't worry, the number won't matter. What else?
So the validation of their process and how they have derived the parameters for Euroformics.
Yes.
Anything
else?
On the electropherograms, it was evident that the
We
scale.
already knew you
No,
asked for electropherograms.
sorry, this
I'm not
is
looking
different.
for justification.
This is different.
So-
This is additional electropherograms because the scaling I had been provided was inadequate for a full capture of the information present.
What else? Okay, I allow you to complete that. If you say it's different, please.
It is
Can you
different.
state it again for the court?
So this is additional electropherograms where the graphs are correctly sized to the profile, and so I'm not just looking at a blank line as in that negative.
Okay. Where?
So where the sizing was completely wrong on that negative control in the first panel, I needed that to be resized so I could actually see what was in
We
that
are
negative.
listing, don't worry about the
But
justifications.
that's
Was
the,
that all that you asked?
and then, yeah, that's all the scientific documentation, I believe.
Okay. Again, let's find out for this court. Did you ask those formally or verbally?
They were via email.
I'm sorry, I'm going to ask you to find that email. Why? Because I need to deal with formalities for court.
Me asking.
Can you find that email and tell this court when you addressed that email to KAA? Yeah, sure. So
And
no,
they
let's just get that. So you
On
you are clarifying
electropherograms,
that for the electropherograms you
it must
asked
have
them
been verbally during a meeting.
during the
A
Zoom
meeting, yes, a meeting I had with Ellison.
Yes.
And they were sent to me on the 3rd of September. And then,
Just a minute. Let's go through. Yes, 3rd September
3rd of
2024.
September, that's correct. And
Okay.
then again on the 3rd of September, this is where I emailed Ellison saying I've gone through the electropherograms and I wonder if we could ask the y-axes on samples, 5 samples, to be lowered, please, so I can see all the alleles, as the y-axis has been set to the highest peak. And then I also asked whether the lab could reanalyse.
Let's go slow. Just read slow. Proceed.
So I also asked if the lab are able to reanalyse the above samples with lower parameters so I can see the threshold confirmed.
You asked whether the lab would be able to reanalyze.
Yes.
Yes.
The samples 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20
At a lower,
parameter,
so that
I can actually determine the designations of the information which was deemed below threshold.
yes.
So that was the reanalysis and the changing of the parameters. That's what I asked for.
Okay.
Was that everything I said? The electropherograms and the validation was discussed just in person with the Euroformics.
No, I will come to validation a little bit.
Okay, so that's regards to the electropherograms and the reanalysis of.
I was going to ask this, but I'm glad you bring it up. And in the UK, it is the practice
Yes, standard practice.
that where you have doubt in any laboratory findings,
Yes,
the first preferred option would be for you to write a protest letter, for lack of a better word, a letter of contestation to ask the lab to re-evaluate areas of contention.
yes. So if
You
I
confirm that is something that is professionally ideal.
yes,
Okay.
yes, we're in constant contact with each other.
Okay. And, Ms. Lane, because this is the preferred position, that is why you asked them whether it was possible for the lab to re-evaluate,
Yes,
the testing lab to re-evaluate.
absolutely, yes.
Did you receive any information that a request was placed to the lab and the re-evaluation could not be done?
No.
The reason you asked for this option as a first option, because it is more confirmatory. Because other than this option, the rest will be speculative, like we have already seen. Is that the reason why you asked
Yes.
that this first option be exercised?
Yes, it's the only way I could see the true
That's
result.
great. My lord, are we on the same page?
Yeah.
Okay. So you never received any update?
No, I didn't.
Did you demand for a briefing on this, your request, as to why it was not done?
With the scientist or
You,
The KAA.
Asked KAA.
no?
if it
I
was-
asked the question, can we gain that?
Yeah.
And I hadn't had
You had no answer from them.
an answer, but I know that there were
So who
issues.
proposed that you proceed? Okay, let's allow my lord to write that. So, whose idea then was it that you proceed with your desk work evaluation, notwithstanding the fact that no request had been placed to the lab for re-evaluation. Whose idea was it? Because this was your preferred idea.
Yes.
It was not done.
I don't know if it was.
You nonetheless proceeded with another option.
I
Whose
don't-
decision was it?
I don't know if a request was made and if a response was made. So, if there was discussions that the laboratory were not willing to release any information and therefore no option but to continue.
Okay, but my question is clear, ma'am. As an expert, this is what you preferred
Yes.
and requested.
Yes.
It was not done.
I don't know if it
You
was or not.
proceeded with another process altogether.
I don't know.
Whose decision was it to proceed?
Mr. Morgan,
Yes, my lord.
does not know
Yes.
If the request was made
Yeah, my
and
lord,
then if it was denied.
Precisely, my lord, that is my request. I mean, my question, my lord.
But Madam, she also said that there were discussions, but the lab was
Mr. Karuhanga,
that was there.
this court has advised you.
No, you're shouting too much, you're not listening for me. She said there were discussions that the lab was not willing.
My lord, I'm not shouting, but I'm okay.
So you say that you do not know if the request was made
Yes.
Or not.
if it was denied.
Yes.
Exactly.
But I
You don't
in
know if it was
in conversations for various
no,
other
no,
things
no.
the laboratory have
wa-
refused to release, and that by that I have no other option but to
So
continue.
were you told that a request was made to the lab for re-evaluation? Is that what you were told?
I don't know if the request was made, but during discussions we told they refused to release.
Okay.
So I don't know if
You just told this court that you were told that it was refused.
that. No, I don't know if a
I'm
request
sorry-
was
I'm
made.
sorry if
However,
I
in general
misunderstood.
conversations,
I do not know if the request was made and if it was denied.
Okay.
From conversations with KAA, I was told that the lab
refused to release.
Refused.
But I'd asked for a lot of different things, so I can't pinpoint what.
Just a minute. Yeah, that's okay. Exactly. So, Miss Lynn, and it's okay if it never happened. Were you given any formal request that KAA had made to the testing lab for re-evaluation?
I haven't seen any, no.
By any chance, were you given a formal refusal by the lab to
I-
re-evaluate?
I've had no contact with the laboratory at all.
No, I'm asking about you.
No,
and KAA.
I've seen no written document.
Okay. So that was the first meeting on Zoom.
I can't.
Now,
I can't remember.
after that, no. I'm just refreshing your mind that I'm leaving events of the first meeting. So you say you had subsequent meetings.
Yes,
How many?
I can't recall. We've
Okay.
had numerous meetings throughout the time.
Numerous. Could they?
Numerous meetings, phone calls.
Numerous.
As-
Okay,
as
we shall come to
expected.
the phone calls about the meetings.
Yes.
I appreciate it may not be possible for you to know exact number.
No.
Could they be 20?
No, not as many as that.
Not as many as that?
No.
10?
No, less than that.
Sorry?
Less than that.
Less than 10?
Yeah.
About how many?
I am speculating now.
It's okay.
Um,
We are okay. We are okay because your very report, you realized that you've told us it's okay to speculate in science. Science is full of speculation.
This isn't science, though. This is.
So about how many meetings? This
I'd
should
say
be simple.
Less than 5, but that.
So less than 5 would mean
Physical.
3 or 4.
Well, we.
Because you said several, numerous. Now
So-
it's less than 5.
It depends on the time frame. When I came over, when I was due to give evidence the first
No.
time,
I'm talking
there
about
were at least three there.
pre-report meetings. You told us you had
Pre-report, okay.
several case conference meetings. Those are
Yes.
the ones I'm referring to.
I'd say probably maybe 5.
About 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And the phone calls?
Just phone calls throughout, as would be expected of a case of this nature.
Yeah, of course. I'm not faulting
I
you.
couldn't tell you.
About how many?
I honestly couldn't
Was
tell
it
you.
regular?
We had
for
regular
avoidance of-
contact, yes.
You had regular contact?
Regular contact,
Okay.
as I'd expect.
I just now want you to confirm to court that in all these 5 or so meetings, you were receiving progressive briefs on the progress of this case.
Not The first meeting was the vast majority of the information. Subsequently, it was more about me.
Miss Lynn, I already left that.
So that was
I
the-
want to save. I want to save on that time.
Yeah, but
The first meeting we
the
have
first
left.
meeting
Now I'm
was
talking
very
about
much the bulk of the information. Subsequent meetings were very much me, maybe educating is the wrong word, but training them in DNA profiling. We spent an awful lot of time.
Okay. So now, Miss Lynn, in addition to you doing an evaluative report as an expert, you were also training defense counsel in DNA profiling.
Yes, I was.
Okay. Was this a distinct engagement, or it was part of your general instructions in this case review?
It was general to aid the understanding of DNA by counsel.
Yes, I'm actually aware, and it is actually true, isn't it, that part of these training meetings were for purposes of preparation of the defense team to cross-examine PW8, the DNA analyst.
Yes, they needed
Great.
a help, yes,
Perfect.
as I would ordinarily do.
Perfect.
Yes. Yes,
I'm
do
not
it regularly.
faulting you. I just
Yes.
want information for
Yes,
court.
yes, it's standard.
Well, avoid saying it's standard.
It's incredibly
Uh,
common at home that I will aid
We're in
the council
Uganda.
understand.
I'm just telling you to be careful because this is Uganda. Maybe slightly different from UK. So
You can't tell the witness to avoid her answer.
standard, yet we are progressing well.
You can't say avoid those answers. No. Then why are you asking?
Now, about the phone calls,
Yes,
several,
yes.
they were also aimed at discussing the progressive events in the case.
Primarily, they were to give updates on when my report was needed and
Okay, that can't be all the time.
to kick
But I agree.
Well, to kick
So-
me up the backside to actually get it written.
Sorry?
To kick me up the backside to actually get it written. It took me quite a long time to write it, so a lot of it was following up on where my report was.
We already know that your report with all the documents would take you a month.
Linear, yes,
Yeah.
but unfortunately I got delayed by other cases at home. So the majority of the phone calls were, is your report ready?
Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't a progressive changing of opinion or anything. It was just following up where the report was.
It's okay. I hope you know that my duty is just to ask you questions.
No, I know.
So please, whatever answer you give to court is good. Okay? So, you already told this court when my colleague asked you that this was a paid engagement,
Yes,
which is perfectly,
yes.
what we want to establish on record is that this payment was made directly to you.
To my company, yes. But all the time I've spent giving evidence, I'm doing pro bono. So there's no charge. For every time I've been in Uganda, there's no charge.
So you're saying that your instructions did not include you making a report and appearing in court to testify?
The payment ended at the report, and I
Okay.
agreed that every time I testified or was in Uganda, I would do pro bono, so no charge.
Unfortunately, your company has no written engagements.
No, there was
So
an
we-
agreement on the initial
we can't.
work, but then my company.
The instructions ended at the report, right?
That's correct.
Anything after that
Was pro bono, yes.
Let's put in some names. So, Ms. Lynn, the other thing we want you to confirm to court that all of this unsolicited information from KAA was given to you before you completed your analysis.
Yes, as is standard.
Okay. Don't worry whether it's standard or not. We shall have another opportunity. Other than the letter, the other ISO letter, was any information given to you, any other information given to you in 2025?
I've covered all the receipt of information. So the letter was shown in 2026, March 26.
I mean 2026.
Yes.
2026.
No.
Sorry.
No new information's been provided subsequent to then.
Okay. So just for avoidance of doubt, other than the letter of ISO, you received basically all of the documents by the 9th of September 2024.
Yes. Yeah, everything came in quickly, yeah.
Quickly. Okay.
Are they, yeah,
You-
September
you-
24, yes.
You want to change the position?
No. I just clarified reading the email, sorry.
Okay, I want you to again tell this court. Do you have an idea about what is called the process map
No, I'm not aware.
in forensic handling?
No, I'm not aware of that phrase.
You don't know?
Not that phrase, no. Is there a description you can?
Don't assume that I don't know what I'm asking. I'm sorry. It is a process map.
We don't use
You
that
have
phrase.
no idea what it is.
We don't use that phrase, but I don't know if we do the same thing.
Marod, process map, like map of Uganda. Process map. So, in your entire handling of this assignment, you never developed a process map.
We don't use that term at all, so I'm not sure in what context that means.
Sorry? My Lord, at this stage, I just wanted her to confirm that she didn't know.
I don't use that term,
This is,
sorry.
okay, you don't use it.
I don't use it, but I don't know the mechanic. It could be I do it, but we term it something differently. I don't know. I'd need to know what actually is the process
It's okay.
that you're referring to.
When we resume, I will be taking you to your code of practice,
Yes.
and we shall cover that area.
Okay.
My Lord, in interpretation.
Katanga maizi w'okuwonde okwalimu ebisisani ebyamasanyalaze kandi bino babirikaija by'okwezi bisatu kwezi kwa kana omwaka gwa 2024 ogwo nayenda kumanya ekitara libakeberiire okirabisobola balukamu okukebera luli okwetegereza ebyo bakebeire ebipimo bya hansi basobole okutegereza okubatungire ebyo bayiremu omukebera kandi okuluka hali ekyo baleke kutunga ekintu kyona ekikwata hali ekiyasabire kandi akamanye okusaba kokuraba kwabaire kwikirwe omu kicweka kino kandi yakagubize nabo bakamugambira ekintu kyona ekikwatagana hali ebyo baitu ekyamanyire nti ekikalo kino ekyakebereirwemu nti kikanga okugarukamu okukola omulimu ogwo baitu atalekwetana ekitone ekikoleka nti mazimako bakaba bangire bakaitirana okwitirana kutali kwa obuntu emirundi ekwika nke 5 nabagenzi be nakora nabo bano